here today to ask you all a very important question. Am I real? Is the precious real? Are heaven and hell real? Well, the answer to that question is a bit varied. The precious is just something from a book, but heaven and hell are very real. And depending on how you answer this question, depends on which one you may wind up in. But sometimes we as the church can be a bit condemning, especially to newer Christians, or if a leader is found out doing something they're not supposed to. And we're very quick to be condemning with that. A lot of people wear masks sometimes, or don't care about others, or just sit in church and not go out and see the world and try and bring other people into it. So, what do we do? Well, if a people is sent out, they're labeled as radicals or extremists. But if their heart is in the right place, then they are real. Just like Jesus was real. He was kind, he was loving, and he was caring. In Acts 10:38 it says, "And you know that God anointed Jesus of Nazareth with the Holy Spirit, with power. And then Jesus went around doing good and healing all of those who were oppressed of the devil, for God was with him." This is from the New Living Translation. But the church sometimes tends to act a lot like the Pharisees. And Jesus describes them in Matthew 23:27 in the New Living Translation. "What sorrow awaits you, teachers of religious law, and you Pharisees, hypocrites! For you are like whitewashed tombs, beautiful on the outside, but filled on the inside with dead men's bones and all sorts of impurity." As Jesus said, the Pharisees were hypocrites. Let's look at the definition of hypocrite in the Webster's 1828 American Dictionary of the English Language. One who has the form of godliness without the power. The reason the Pharisees were without the power of God is because they were focused on religion instead of a relationship with God. And the reason Jesus was with the power of God is because he was focused on relationship with God instead of religion. He was real. So I ask you to ask yourself, am I real? To be real is to obey God's commandments, as it says in 1 John 2:3-6, also from the New Living Translation. And we can be sure that we know him if we obey his commandments. If someone claims, "I know God," but doesn't obey his commandments, he is a liar and is not living in truth. But those who obey God's word truly show how complete they love him, those who live as Jesus did. That is how we become loving and kind. That is how we become real. So I ask you to ask yourselves, am I real?